Twilight painted the forest in hues of gray and black. The air, heavy with the scent of pine and damp earth, carried a new scent: fear. Footsteps pounded the forest floor, a desperate rhythm against the symphony of the night. He could hear them gaining, their hungry breaths echoing his own. Each branch he pushed aside, each fallen log he scrambled over, tore at his clothes, his skin. The forest floor, uneven and treacherous, threatened to trip him at every step. But fear lent him speed, propelled him forward with superhuman strength. He dared not slow down, not even for a second. He could almost feel their hot breath on his neck, the snap of their jaws inches away. His lungs burned, his legs screamed for respite, but his will remained unbroken. Survival was the only thought that echoed in his mind. The crashing waves in the distance were a symphony of hope. The trees thinned, giving way to the vast expanse of the night sky, the silvery moon a lonely sentinel. Ahead, the ocean roared, its waves crashing against the cliffs in a furious crescendo. The salty tang of the sea air filled his nostrils, a welcome change from the musky scent of the pursuing pack. He didn't hesitate. The edge of the cliff was a precipice of hope and despair. It was a long way down, the churning water far below a maelstrom of whitecaps and shadows. He had no choice. The wolves were closing in, their howls a chorus of impending doom. Taking a deep breath, he closed his eyes and jumped. The wind whipped past him, tearing at his clothes as he plummeted towards the raging water below. The fall seemed to last an eternity, a terrifying freefall into the unknown. The icy water slammed into him, stealing his breath. He plunged deep into the darkness, the pressure crushing, the salt stinging his eyes. He fought his way back to the surface, gasping for air, his body battered and bruised. The shore, now a distant silhouette against the fading light, offered no comfort. He looked around, his heart pounding a frantic tattoo against his ribs. The vastness of the ocean stretched around him, an endless expanse of dark water. He was alone, lost in a watery wilderness far more terrifying than the forest he had left behind. And then he saw them, shadows moving beneath the surface, sleek and swift. Their cold, dead eyes glinted in the moonlight, their bodies moving with an eerie grace that sent shivers down his spine. Sharks! Panic surged through him, threatening to overwhelm him. He was trapped, caught between the wolves and the sharks. His escape transformed into a new nightmare. The water around him churned as the sharks circled, their black eyes fixed on him, their hunger palpable. But despair was a luxury he couldn't afford. He had come too far, fought too hard to give up now. His gaze hardened, his fear replaced by a steely determination. He would survive. He had to. For himself, he would not be prey. He would not be a victim. He was a survivor, and he would not give in to fear. Not now, not ever.